baby. It just glides. Look at this. I'm not even paddling. Look how fast I'm. Look. That's Scotty, my brother. He's paddling. I'm not even paddling. I'm not even paddling. Let me get back a little bit. Oh, this thing is fast, man. Okay, let's look at the Starboard K15. I've been waiting months for this thing to come in, and this board right here in front of me is the first production Starboard K15 in the world. It almost looks like a boat type nose, huh? Obviously it's a displacement type nose, and what I really like about this nose is it cuts through the water just really, really nice. This board is made for flat water conditions. It can catch smaller, slower moving ocean swell or waves, waves on a river or lake or so on. However, its primary use is for flat water. Got a breakwater piece right here. This is I'm not sure what kind of foam it is, but it feels like that EVA type foam. This is when the water comes up. It's actually pretty handy. The water comes up and comes right off the side instead of coming into the board itself. If you look at the tail, it has a little bit of a cut off, almost like a windsurfer, and I find that helps a bit when catching small little slow moving swells. The mounts right here are so you can put a bracket right here and then put these wheel attachments, and then turn the board over and wheel it if you want. If you notice, the rails are really, really smooth and rounded. The bottom part, which you'll see after, is really also rounded. There's no concaves going on except on the deck. Now, this is the kind of the interesting thing about this board. It's roughly, I think, 29 inches wide or so, which gives you quite a bit of space in the cockpit area, and it's really dug out. I mean, if you can see, it's almost what is that, 3 inches, 4 inches or so, a little under 4 inches, with the EVA foam padding there. Now, inside the cockpit area, there are also leash plug holes so you can mount things on it. I put a strap right here in the back to attach a leash. You could always put it in the front as well. These holes right here are to attach a middle keel fin if needed. Now, the middle keel fin, which is this one, it just goes on the bottom, right? And attaches in the bottom. I haven't used it with that yet, but I will. There's a mast track right here, if you so happen to want to windsurf this thing. Now, I thought a really cool idea would be to use this and mount here, and then I can mount a chair or so, mount some gear in the back, put my son in the front, and have a nice little outing type of boat. You can go out and play around. So people ask all the time, well, what do you do when the thing fills with water? Well, there's these drain holes right here, and I don't know if that's like what they use in boats or whatever, but when I used it before, it worked pretty good. These drain holes, as you're moving, allow the water to come out the bottom, and then there's some rubber insert pieces on the bottom that keep the water from coming back in. Okay, I just turned it over so we can check out the bottom part of the K15. Now, this is probably the easier way to measure the fin, huh? We're looking at 10.5 inch fin. And this thing glides forever in flat water conditions. It's missing the rubber pieces that cover these holes. I have to put those on. When they shipped it over, it was like straight out of the factory, literally hot off the press. And Margareta Engstrom, who was so kind, was able to get this board, a 15-foot board, onto the plane. Now, I don't know how she did it, but she has magical powers of persuasion, and good looks probably help. So, this is what the board looks like from the bottom. As you can see, it's real nice and everything is smoothed out. It's really soft, rounded rails, almost like a boat type hull when you look at the bottom part, huh? And then, as we go down here, see, K15, 15 foot by 30, designed by Svein Rasmussen and Jim Drake, the inventor of the windsurfer. This piece goes right here, if you want. So, if you want, that keel piece can go in the middle and adds a bunch of stability. Has 2 screws right here that go under here, and that's what happens on that piece. But anyways, I used this board once so far in conditions that I probably shouldn't have. Conditions where there was pretty decent sized swell, ocean swell, as well as blazing high winds. That's really not what this board is made for. This board is made for flat water and cruising and touring, catching maybe some small, slow swells, but right now for the last 3 weeks all we've had is blazing fast wind. So once the wind dies down, I'm going to take it back out again and give it another shot.